All right, so moving on to our last two examples, examples 3 and 4, these are both on adjusting a budget. And on IXL, these are unique because they are multiple choice questions. So you're not going to be filling anything in, but you still need to do some math work. So they look similar to the balancing a budget questions where they give you an income column and an expense column. Now, what they don't give you is the totals. So that's the first thing you need to do is calculate the total of the income and the total of the expenses. So on the left-hand side, I'll do the income. So the total would be, you're just adding these numbers together. So 35 plus 20 plus 15 plus 40. And you can, again, type them into your calculator, do some mental math. If I do mental math, it comes out to be $110. Now, if I calculate the total expenses on the right-hand side, I would do 25 plus 30 plus 45 plus 50. Okay, this total would come out to be $150. So right now, we have spent $40 more than we have earned in the July budget. But the question they ask us below the table says, what could Donald do to balance his budget? So we're trying to either make $40 more in income, or we could lose or not spend $40 of expenses. So depending on what they tell us will be the option that we need to figure out. So let's just go through it one at a time. House sit for neighbors and earn an extra $40. Boom. Right there, this one right here would add 40 to our income total to get us to 150, and that's what we need. Now let's just double check the rest of these to make sure that they don't work. Decrease spending at Drenched Water Park to $40. So if we decrease spending to $40, originally it was $45. That's only a $5 decrease in expenses. That will not get us down to 110. So that one doesn't work. Work as a trail guide again to earn an extra $35. So if we added 35 to 110, that would get us to 145, not to 150. So that would not work. And then it says save $20 less for a car. So car savings originally was at 50. So if we subtract 20, that would bring our total expenses down to 130. That would not get us down to 110. So that one would not work either. So this would be the option that we would select because that would get us to the balance. So let's do another one. Example 4. This table shows Edwin's July budget. Again, first step should be the same. Calculating the total income and the total expenses. So 20 plus 45 plus 195 plus 160. Mental math is failing me right now. So let's try and just add these together on our calculator. Sometimes I cannot always do it in my head. So it comes out to be 320. So the total income was 320. Now the expenses, the total there, if I add up those four, 65 plus 40 plus 150 plus 175, these numbers are a little bit easier to work with. 65 plus 40 is 105, 105 plus 75 is 180, and then 180 plus 150 is $330. So we're only $10 off. We have $10 more in expenses. So what could Edwin do to balance his budget? Again, I suggest going through them one at a time. Save $10 more for his trip to Vermont. Okay, so saving $10 more would add an extra $10 to the expense column. So that would not work because that would just make it more unbalanced. Clean his neighbor's pool to earn an extra $10. So this would add $10, bringing us to $330. That right now is what we want. So this seems like the right answer. Spend $5 less on barbecue supplies. That would only bring us expenses $5 down. So that doesn't work. Increase spending on hiking gear. Again, we don't want to spend more money. We want to spend less money. So that wouldn't work. So the second option, cleaning his neighbor's pool for an extra $10, would balance our budget.